This just in, news from Buffalo. Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been cleared to resume full football activities. GM Brandon Beane made the announcement this morning, saying Hamlin got the all clear after visiting with specialists last week. The good news comes just over 3 months after he collapsed on the field in Cincinnati due to cardiac arrest. He was released from the hospital a week later, was able to attend the Bills' divisional round playoff game against the Bengals. Here is Beane with even more on their safety.
Damar saw his last specialist on Friday. So he saw when long and short of it, when he left Cincinnati, came here, was Buffalo General. He saw a couple of specialists here in Buffalo, and then since then he's seen 3 additional specialists. Most recently on Friday, and they're all in agreement. It's not 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 or anything like that. They're all in lockstep of what this was, and that he is cleared, resumed full activities just like anyone else who was coming back from an injury or whatever. So he's fully cleared. He's here, and he is of the mindset. He's in a great headspace to come back and make his return.
Our NFL analyst Charles Davis joining us now. And Charles, we hear the news surrounding Damar Hamlin that he's cleared to be able to participate once again. What is your initial reaction after hearing this positive update?
You can't see it. I mean, I feel like everyone is feeling similar to me right now. It doesn't matter whether you're part of the Bills Mafia, the Bills organization, Damar Hamlin and his family, everyone close to him. Think of the entire NFL. Think of how everyone rallied during that time frame. Think of the NFL fan base, how they all rallied, how the cities cooperated with each other in Cincinnati and Buffalo, and every other city wanted to join in and say, what do you need from us? Anyone who loves football, anyone who loves humanity has got to have a big grin on their face right now. Number one, it was because Damar made it. That was the bottom line. This is just like, what do they call it? Manna from heaven. I mean, this is the extra on top. This is the lagniappe that they talk about down Baton Rouge, New Orleans way. This is phenomenal. This is just absolutely great news. Still a long road ahead, obviously, but phenomenal news that this young man has made it back and has been cleared to have a chance to resume doing what he loved, which is playing football.
You mentioned that long road back, and then kind of makes you think about, okay, what should expectations be for Hamlin when he does get back out there onto the football field? Started 13 games for the Bills last season, but where should our mindset be knowing that, okay, he's got to, start playing once again?
Yeah, I think, Zach, for us, all of us, I know the Bills, they're going to have every meeting possible to try and figure out what expectations are and how they're going to manage them. Bottom line is he goes at the pace that's prescribed by the doctors and the training staff. That's number one. Get his conditioning back, see where he goes from there. But I do know this. Whenever a player's come back from an injury, and, it seems almost folly to put an injury with what we're talking about with Damar, but that's the only thing we have to kind of go on, Zach. That's the only kind of shared experience that we might have. But when a player comes back from injury, teammates keep that extra eye on that person to see how they're coming back, how are they responding, how are they feeling, how are you after day 1, day 2, day 3, to know where you are in terms of being able to play, being able to help the team, not being injured anymore. Damar Hamlin's a whole different territory. Okay, think about all of his teammates who care about him so much being out on that field with him, especially the ones who were there that night in Cincinnati, watching his return. And expectations for them are just simply, let's take it day by day. But let's be honest about it. They're going to watch every move he makes. They're going to watch him like a hawk because they care.
Expectations aside, maybe, what do you think he adds to this Bills defense if he's able to make that full return to a team that's trying to get over the hump and maybe live up to those expectations of potentially being a Super Bowl contender?
Well, Zach, let's look at it. Let's take it as if Damar is back full go and is going to play and be a full member of the team again. Okay, let's go full optimist on this. Remember, Last year, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer both went through their injury issues. We thought that show had closed. Not so. They're both back for this year, probably for one last run. Last season, I was getting ready for a game, and I asked the offense coordinator of the team that the Bills were getting ready to play. So what did you learn when you talked to people or you got info about this Bills team for this ball game here? And he said, the number one thing I learned from someone really close to me is Hyde and Poyer, if they're not on the field, the backup safeties are better than you think, so you better be prepared. He's talking about Damar Hamlin, Jaquan Johnson at the time. Damar Hamlin is back. That tells you how important he is to this ball club, him having to fill in during that time with Hyde and Poyer, how much confidence he gained during that time as a player and the high level that he played. But to get that from that offensive coordinator where he was warned, you better be careful. The backups are better than you think. He was talking specifically about Damar Hamlin, who at full speed now may no longer be a backup across the league. He might be in Buffalo with Hyde and Poyer, but a lot of other places he would be a starter.
Hamlin had 91 tackles last season for the Bills when he was healthy. He's our Charles Davis talking about Damar Hamlin being cleared to resume full football activities with the Bills. Charles, thank you so much for your time. And make sure you stay tuned in to the Pick Six podcast. They are staying busy right now. They're talking Jalen Hurts, who's got that Brinks truck headed right to his way in Philly. Also, the NFL draft coming up very, very soon. What are the headlines and the buzzy storylines as we approach the NFL draft? Like and subscribe to hear all that audio for your listening pleasure.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.